Welcome to Central Park, where we are taking a last nostalgic look at the famous facade of this club, built in the first decade of this century. As you can see, Wigan, moving with the times, are erecting a fantastic cantilever stand, which will be one of the finest features of the Rugby League. This afternoon, Wigan take on Bradford in the third round of the Challenge Cup competition, and this promises to be the mother and father of all cup ties. Over the last few seasons, there have been many doughty battles between Bradford and Wigan, and Bradford have been proved to be somewhat of a bogey team for Wigan, and Wigan have had a lot of trouble playing against them. This afternoon, the team shows quite a few changes. At full-back, they have Simpson in place of Moxham, and as Simpson has gone to full-back, it means that Barnett has been brought in to stand off arm, and surprisingly, that crafty loose forward John Pendlebury has moved to scrum half. David Hobbs, the captain and the coach, is moving away from number 8, and in his place comes Craig Richards, and Hobbs takes up the loose forward position. On the subs bench we have Tony Marchant, the old veteran, along with David Croft at 15. Wigan, who've had some fantastic games recently and are now fighting to get into the 4th successive Wembley appearance, will have no complaints if they don't manage to win today, as they are now back to full strength. Kevin Iro returning at right centre after his troublesome injury. Sean Edwards back once again at stand-off half after his one-match suspension, and Joe Lydon, who's also been suffering, having had to have a minor injury, is on the bench along with Philip Clark. And so with the players coming on from a new entrance, they can no longer come down the tunnel because of the building. Both sides take the team, and one young man, a great Wigan supporter, junior Riverside supporter, Dean Hughes, will be extremely pleased this afternoon as he takes the field with his favourite players. Dean Hughes, age 14, of Rivington and Blackrod High School, plays himself in the 3/4. This must be an extremely proud moment for him this afternoon as he stands surrounded by these famous players whom he loves so well as they prepare for the battle with Bradford Northern. A great day then indeed for young Dean Hughes. It must be a fantastic moment as he comes to the centre of the field to shake hands with John Pendlebury and with the referee John Holdsworth. Centre stage before the start as the two captains sort out which way the game will be, and there he is posing with the officials and with the two captains. A moment he will cherish and remember for a long, long time to come. And so it will be Bradford to start the game, kicking off towards the Spion Cop end of the ground. John Pendlebury, captain this afternoon. John Holdsworth, a lot of tension in this great crowd, a lot of spectators here this afternoon. The cup cheers go out on the popular side of the field, the side to which John Pendlebury is going to kick off. Short one. Cleanly by Wigan in their own 25. We'll probably see a titanic battle between these forwards, a battle of the Titans, not a Titanic. It could well be a disaster for somebody as these players are going to sort itself out. Betts making a good run, driving in hard. Bradford lying up very, very close. Wigan turning it back inside, tight in the forwards at the moment. Martin Dermott coming over. Edwards on his left, but he misses out. Edwards out to Andy Gregory, who kicks behind the defence, and that's a good rolling ball. And that's a fine tactical kick by Andy Gregory in this first minute. Pushes Bradford back. Bradford Northern with a massive pack. big, strong, scored a pushover try against Wigan in one of the games recently. So Wigan forwards know they're up to something. As Pendlebury comes over to feed the scrum, in it goes. Back's collapsing, and it's a penalty to Wigan right in the first minute of this game. Referee not happy with the scrummaging. What are Wigan going to do? Into tuck, now the tap. They're going to take the tap. They're getting ready to come hard onto it. No, he decides eventually he'll gain a couple more yards. Now they're driving in hard, bashing the way towards the line, and held 5 yards out. They have a good, strong defence, have Northern. Wigan won't find it easy to batter the way through. I think Guile and Kraft are needed, and Wigan are being pushed back in possession. 10 yards out, a better attacking position. Gregory onto Edwards, Edwards to Gregory, there's an opening, and they got the referee not allowing it, and he's giving an obstruction. Well, Wigan had split them wide open. Hanley was through. John Holdsworth having none of it. And that's a let-off for Bradford. Referee signalling very dramatically. There's been a push and a shove. And this will give them relief. And that's a good touch-finding kick. Wigan made that early break. There's 3 minutes gone. Noble with the tap. Dermot going in. Hamer trying to take them on. Noble going through again. John Pendlebury coming to act in half-back. Good ball handler. Hobbs sending a long one across. And that's loose play. Wigan moving in quickly. Upsetting Northern then. Wigan in very quickly round the play the ball, but he managed to keep the ball moving well. And they came in powerfully. And a Wigan player hurt from that handoff. He shifted Dermot there. John Pendlebury kicked behind the defence. It looks a good one. Hampson managed to keep it in play, inches from the top line, using Botica. Good run by Hampson. Onto Botica. Botica streaking down. Wigan on the overlap. Oh, well, that was a great run by Hampson. Botica tore down the field. Iroh didn't seem to be able to get with him, so he had to throw a long one out to Myers, and Myers dropped a sitter, and now the referee calling out Dermot. Little word there. Fairbank had flattened Dermot earlier on with a handoff, and tempers looked as if they might rise. John Pendlebury coming over, and the pack's awfully untidy. Wheeling all over the place, manoeuvring for position, and the referee penalises Wigan in the scrum this time. 2 scrums, 2 penalties. Referee not happy with the way the Wigan front row were getting down, and so it's Hobbs now with a chance to put Northern in a good attacking position, 5 yards outside the Wigan 25. Northern with a chance to make the first set-up. Driving over the Wigan 25 line. They're very, very close. It's tight among the forward. A dummy run. Wigan coming in hard, meeting them. And that was good sound tackling, well read. Coming up to take them, so they were no way they could get away. Now it's being spread across. John Pendlebury turning it back inside. Onto Fairbank. Fairbank keeping it moving. Wasn't put down. Gets it out onto Medley. Medley flicks it. It comes out to Caudle on the wing. Edwards comes across, and Wigan desperate, right on their own line. They try to clatter the way over, and now it's Northern at the moment. The Wigan under a lot of pressure as Pendlebury hands in on a long pass goes. Hobbs gets it out, and there's a big overlap, and they've knocked on with the line wide open, and Wigan take it on their own line, and they're running it out. That's good running by Wigan, putting it over the 25 line. That was power running. Well, Wigan in trouble, and Iroh came away beautifully. Hanley now having the run from acting half-back. Hands and Wigan being in dire straits. They suddenly caused panic in the Northern rank, but Wigan were in a lot of trouble. And now it's Edwards decides he's going to have a run at him as he breaks it up. brings it up nearly to the halfway line. Hanley looking rather shaken as it comes up. Betts doesn't take it. Platt looking for support and it wasn't there for him. Edwards, Gregory holding it. Gregory going through, he's made the break, sends a bad pass. Myers does well to take that. As Combs falls on him. Wigan moving it inside. There's a high ball, not deep, across the field. Bell can't take it, Betts goes back, but it's Northern who've got it on the halfway line. Caudle waiting behind to play the ball. Switched inside by Hobbs. Northern keeping the ball moving. This is not their usual style of play and it's coming off well. Wigan forwards going hard to smother them. And we've got a real cup tie on our hands here. And the ball's been dropped, referees let it go, said it went back, and I think it did. A lot of booing from the crowd, but Northern causing Wigan trouble at the moment. They come driving straight down. Gregory's in there trying to heave the ball out along with Ian Lucas. Acting half-back, driving forward, lob back. Northern's trying to keep this ball moving, and they've lost a lot of ground. And there's trouble, Dutch judges coming on. And there's threats and fingers pointing, and this could well result in a disastrous penalty. Dutch judge going to have a word. Players looking anxiously, wondering what the final result is going to be. Hanley in, finding out what the problem is. It looks as if it could well be a penalty against Wigan. Ryatak being red. And it's Ian Lucas who's in bother. And the referee's having a word with John Pendlebury as well. I could well be telling him that John Holsworth is the referee and not John Pendlebury. However, this is a simple kick down to the cop, right in front of the post. Not playing the usual Dower game. They've moved the ball about well and they've stretched Wigan and they've managed to gain a penalty in the 8th minute. Absolutely straight kick. Stabs at it and Bradford Northern going to a lead with a Hobbs penalty goal. So 2 points in it. Wigan 0. Northern 2, and we remember Joe Lydon winning a game with a penalty goal here on a terrible day. Wigan kicking off deep. Northern had a lot of possession and have used it well, and they're using the strength and they're using the power, but they're also been playing some good football. They're in no awe of this great Wigan team. Going round the narrow side of the field, playing it safe, hanging onto the ball well. Great cheers from the crowd when anybody's upended. And that was crossfield running, making an easy target for the Wigan Tattlers. Look as if they're setting themselves up ready for the kick. And it's flung back, and there comes the kick. Hampson having to come across field for it as it bounces away from him. Takes it in his own 25, has Botica with him. Running to the touchline, deciding going to come inside. And he's showing a lot of power. Good running, and he's still going. That was great running by Stevie Hampson. Botica now trying to bring it away from the play of the ball. Wigan not organised at the moment. Oh, and that's a high one, and the referee's going to give it. Skerritt nearly did an amble in then. He was going round with his head tucked underneath his arm. John Holsworth saw it, not happy with a high tackle. Penalty to Wigan, 35 yards out. Well, the referee's gone a little bit further back. About 35 yards out, right in the middle of the field. Wigan going to need to settle it. Hanley takes the tap, Hanley having to run on his own. Makes a good run, gets it out. Wigan driving over the halfway line. Well, that was a surprise that it was Hanley taking the tap. Bradford line very, very close. Platt now driving in, taking them with him. Great power run by Platt, takes it up to 10 yards from the 25. Wigan wanting a quick play. There's nowhere they're going to get up with that as Lucas was taken. On to Edwards. Edwards a short one. On to Bell. Bell's legs are taken from underneath him. Edwards on his own, looking for, gets it to Gregory. Gregory, bad pass which Betts can't take, and it's still loose, and it's kicked back, but Bradford have possession, 20 yards out. Wigan not being able to get their act together yet. Betts goes across quickly to take his man. Bradford forward, group close together. Wigan trying to pin them down inside that 25. Bit of a swing there, and an elbow seemed to go in from the attackers. Lined up for the kick. Hampson, beautiful catch. On his own again, no, decide, and stays well in play. Botica with him. Botica doing the right thing, going inside. Botica having a run from half-back, being taken by Shelford. Dermot coming over. Looks as if it could be Betts, but he's got to go on his own. Wigan went, look, none too sure who was going first pass this time to Gregory. Gregory holding it, dummying, bringing Platt inside. Platt trying to kick his way through, and he's well tackled. Hanley going through from the play, the ball, still going. Gains a good 15 yards. 5 tackles gone, says the referee, and a penalty to Wigan for holding down. It's 36 yards out. It's 11 yards inside the Bradford half. Straight kick. Wigan decide they're going to have a kick for goal, trying to level it. Lying on at the play of the ball. 13 minutes gone. Straight kick for Botica, long one. It's an absolutely straight kick for Botica. It's a long one, but he's right in the middle of the field. He has the capability of banging these over. 12 out of 12 against Rochdale. Can he kick this one when it is so desperately needed? Bradford 2, Wigan 0, as Botica steadies himself slightly to the left, comes round the corner, hits it high, and just short, it's been knocked on. Well, he was just short, the Wigan lucky. Knocked on behind the post, so it's a dropout, so Wigan should regain possession. The direction was right, the distance wasn't there. And so Hobbs will drop out. Nearly half. Awkward ball, Wigan take it cleanly. High roll, lobs it inside onto Myers. Myers is smothered as he receives the ball. Dermot waiting for the play of the ball. Wigan keeping it in the forwards at the moment. Lucas well out to the left, and Gregory. Lucas does a dummy run, and it's Gregory who takes it. Gregory doing a swap onto Hanley. Hanley going for the line, taken from behind, 12 yards out. Wigan trying little moves as Dermot comes up. Dermot going on his own, ploughing his way forward. Betts coming up behind the play of the ball, and everybody's on the Wigan right. As the long one goes out, there's a gap as Bell comes inside, keeps the ball moving. Up to Hanley, up to Myers, he dives, and he's touching goal. Well, unfortunate for Wigan, they were almost in at the corner. Every Wigan player was lined out on that right-hand side. They were a little bit close together, managed to keep it moving. Bell made a drive, got it back, and Myers took a dive for the corner, forced into touching goal. Now that's hard strike. Oh, he got flattened. That's going to shake him a bit. They're still coming. And the ball's gone loose, I think. They're struggling on the floor for it. Referee saying it's Bradford's. And it's Bradford who get up with it. And it's flung out onto the narrow side. Bell in quickly to help Platt with the tackling. And Wigan pinning them down and flinging them down. They're still 2 points behind though. Hobbs trying to get his team moving. Wigan go in and they're just moving across the field. 5 tackles gone. On to Hobbs. Hobbs taking the kick. This should be an easy one for Hampson. Make sure he's under a lot of pressure as he takes it. Bradford followed up well. Botica again right back where he should be, onto Gregory. Botica going across, a long one to Iro. Iro gets out of one tackle onto Myers. There's plenty cover as Myers has to step inside. Iro moving it across field. Tight in the forwards as Wigan fight their way over the halfway line. Long pass. Lucas trying to drive his way through. Dermott. Wigan finding it out to crack this. It comes to Edwards. Edwards nearly had his head taken off there. Just round the shoulder. A bit shaken. 5 tackles gone. Slow play the ball to Gregory. Gregory puts a grubber kick in. Over to the touchline. Straight to Caudle on the wing. Caudle coming inside. Botica takes him with Bell. And Betts. Shelford running cross field and getting nowhere at all. Just going across the field. Noble moving it on. Dermott's in. And his arms are locked. He can't get shut of the ball. Wigan tackling very efficiently at the moment. John Pendlebury whipping it back inside, and that's surely offside. Referee said it went back. Well, they're very lucky to get away with that one. And the kick is found touch 10 yards from the Wigan line. Well, there was a wild pass forward, and I thought it would be picked up by a Salford player in an offside position. However, I'm not the referee, and so Wigan have lost a lot of ground. And Wigan pushed back to 10 yards from the line when they were in a strong attacking position. Will be Gregory to feed. It's out to Gregory, shoots out, hands it on to Botica. Botica faced with the pack as it breaks up, and John Pendlebury, and he's smothered. Wigan now going to have to fight the way away from their own try line. A kick through at the play of the ball. Wigan drop on it. That should be back to 1, and it is, says the referee. Betts comes over. John Pendlebury up to Niggler. And Wigan lucky to stay in play there. John Pendlebury tries every trick round the play of the ball. And Wigan finding it very hard to get away from this tenacious tackling. On to Hanley. Hanley moving it across. Wigan in the grip of the defence. He can't get away as they tried to move it out dangerously. Near their own 25, and there's a penalty to Wigan for leaning on. Bradford up to all this, smothering Wigan. Perhaps quite happy to give the penalty away, but Wigan will be glad if they can find touch as they come up to kick. And down the popular side of the field, it's hoisted high and safe and true. That's got Wigan out of a lot of trouble, but there's an awful battle on the hand. As here they go, and that's a good charging prop forward run. Still in the forward, turning and twisting. Wigan can't get it moving. The Bradford tackling is so tenacious. Gregory moving it across. Little switch being done onto Iro. Iro not looking fully fit to me. He's being mauled and messed about there. Eventually he has to die with it as Dermott moves it across. Gregory decides he's going to gain ground by kicking, and it's rolling, but it's going to roll into touching goal. The fullback Simpson's going to have to run it out. A lot of cherry and whites up there, and that's great tackling. Edwards went in well there and bounced him down, absolutely sure. Half-back trying to come away. Wigan holding them 7 or 8 yards out, right in front of the post. Wigan crowd getting right behind the players now. Gregory going, can't reach his man. Bell moves up in time to take him. Wigan have been doing very well to hold them round the play of the ball. Bradford now in the danger zone as they come to take the kick. John Pendlebury belts a long one. And it beats Hampson and finds touch. That's a good kick by John Pendlebury. Gains of an awful lot of ground. But it will be Wigan's put in and Wigan's loose head, and so it should be Wigan's ball. May seem an odd thing to say, but the last time Wigan fed the scrum, it came out so quickly that Gregory was a bit of a disadvantage. He had to backpedal to pick it up. In it goes. Gregory quickly out to Edwards. Edwards going across the line, doing the switch with Iro. Iro coming down the middle. Iro's ankles are taken. That's a good tackling. and mauling round to play the ball. The referee's let it go. And Wigan losing possession with only one play the ball. Hobbs got his foot to it and got possession back for Bradford. Possession which Wigan so desperately need. That's twice we've had trouble at the play the ball. Now it's tight. Furbank driving in, and trouble on the Wigan right wing. Having trouble smothering the men. Bradford keeping this ball moving quite well. Hobbs doing the run around. Pendlebury looking for the ball, gets it back onto Hobbs. Good backing up play between the loose forward and the scrum half. 5 tackles gone, says the referee, as Hobbs gets up to play the ball. Wigan letting them pass, and there's a kick behind the Wigan defence. Touch found. Wigan going to have to fight for the ball in the scrum. 12 yards out from their own 9. Couldn't smother Northern there on the last tackle. The ball was flipped about, and a tentative kick found touch. Andy Gregory coming over on the Wigan right wing. Hanley taking it from the scrum, trying to bring it away. Gains a good 10 yards of ground before he's smothered by the defenders as they break from the pack. Andy Gregory onto Edwards. Edwards cutting 2. He tried to drive his way out of trouble. Now it's Platt. Platt taking it over the 25 line. And these Wigan forwards finding it hard graft against the Northern pack. Dermott bringing it away. Can't get his pass out. Lucas came tearing through. Ball's gone astray. Referee going to say it's a knock on. Who's he going to give the put in to? Had a look at his touch judge and decides it's Bradford's put in. Having a word with these front rows. Great battle going on between these mighty men at the front there. Pendlebury puts it in. Comes to Hobbs. Hobbs a long pass out to McGowan. McGowan coming inside. Tackled cleanly and well. But it's Northern again in possession just outside the Wigan 25. Getting the ball moving into the tight into the forwards. Harmer trying to drive through. And as usual against Northern, Wigan have a real battle on the hands. And play moves around the Wigan 25. Out to Pendlebury. Pendlebury holding it, flicks it back inside, makes a gap, and Wigan spot it, and eventually they close it. And a bit of mauling going on in the tackle. John Pendlebury, clever, crafty footballer. Drop goal attempt, and it's going to roll dead, and back to the 25. Pendlebury mouthing away, claiming. Dermott, short one. Good 10-yard run gain there from the 25. Hanley wanted to get into it, round the narrow side. Hanley trying to make a break. Still on his feet, turns it inside. Betts going down the middle. He has support with him. Oh, he's left Edwards. Oh, and he should have had it out to Edwards. Edwards had a run in, and it's a penalty for lying on in the tackle. Well, that was a lovely break by Wigan down the middle. Betts made a great run and then seemed to lose himself. He had support on each side. He had Myers on his outside. He had Edwards on his inside. And died with the ball. Wigan now with a chance to level the scores. Slightly to the right of the post this time. Last time he dropped it. He had the direction. Didn't have the distance. Ground is heavy. 2 points behind. This could well level the scores. Wigan have been struggling desperately to get into the game, really. Now what's going to happen as he hits it? This one's high enough and true enough, and that levels the scores. Wigan 2, Northern 2, and this is going to be a tight, close, hard-fought cup tie. Pendlebury having his usual chat with the referee. And the substitute is going to be made. Myers is being brought off, and Joe Lydon being brought on. Wigan perhaps hoping for Joe Lydon's big match experience, and he's had plenty of it. And when he's on form, he can be so devastating. Joe Lydon then going out onto the right wing, where he scored so many fantastic tries. John Pendlebury to kick off. Wigan playing it safe, banged inside. Wigan upended on the 25. Dermot, so good at acting half-back. Wigan playing it safe in the forwards. As they clear the 25, behind Hanley onto Platt. Platt well taken, Pendlebury goes in. Dermot round the narrow side again. Wigan still playing it in the forwards. Lucas taken. Wigan onto Gregory. Gregory doing the tactical kicking to Simpson. Simpson takes it well on his own 25. Going back inside, and it's McGowan, not McGowan who taken it from the kick through. That's not posing a lot of threats as the rather dull pedestrian football from Harmer. And Wigan having a job, putting the man down. Platt moving in, they try to come down the middle. Wigan trying to hold and make sure that ball doesn't move out. Wigan look a bit thin on the right-hand side, but there's a dummy and a kick, the charge down. Coming back to McGowan, there's an overlap on that Wigan side, but now Wigan have got across well to cover the left wing. The referee said we're back to the first tackle from the charge down. Furbank trying to drive through. Fitness could well be the deciding factor in this game eventually, as these teams strive might and main. Lucas coming in to complete the tackle, 35 yards out from the Wigan line, onto Hobbs. Hobbs doing the switch to Pendlebury. Pendlebury managed to get it back onto Hobbs, and Wigan managed to lock the tackle, stop the passing. But these Bradford team keeping the ball moving well today as Hobbs gets it going. Good into passing by the forwards. 5 tackles gone, 12 yards out from the Wigan line, as Pendlebury, so crafty, puts a little kick in. Well taken by Wigan. Betts now clearing his line, driving up to the 25. Dermot. And a penalty for offside. Just outside the 25, I think Wigan. Hanley takes a sudden quick penalty, takes a tap, and he's through! Nobody can get with him, puts the kick over, but I don't think he's got the speed. As it bounces awkwardly for Cordell. Cordell faced by Bottiker. Bottiker bounces him down. Well, that took them all by surprise as Hanley took a quick tap penalty. Ball's gone back, says the referee. Northern having the rub of the green with drop balls. They are going backwards, says the referee. Now they're trying to come down the narrow side. Long one out to Shelford. Shelford turns it back inside. Bell goes in, smothers his man. John Pendlebury round the narrow side again. Edwards goes in, does enough to stop his man as Hanley comes in as well with Bell. John Pendlebury, the motivator. And Wigan have moved up so quickly that Bradford are going back, and that's 5 tackles gone. Wigan need to line up as they set themselves up for the kick. Pendlebury kicks that. That's an easy one for Hampson in his own 25, running into a solid line of Bradford defenders. Bottiker inside to Gregory, back onto Bottiker. Bottiker having to take them on, puts his shoulder in. And Wigan finding this defence very hard to crack as it goes to Platt. And Platt does what he does so well, but this time he's tackled low and to high, and he has to dive with the ball. Comes to Gregory. Not seen a lot of the Wigan half-backs as Gregory throws a bad pass, he gets it back, then throws another bad one, and the referee said it was a knock-on the second time. First time he said it had gone back. Andy Gregory not happy with that decision, and so it will be Bradford's put in. Gregory threw a bad pass, went back to collect it, and the referee said that it second time he knocked on. So John Pendlebury should get possession from this scrum, and the referee not happy as it shoots straight out of the side of the tunnel. Pendlebury moving across, Barnard onto McGowan, McGowan going inside, being chased across, doesn't get very far, but it's Bradford still with the ball. Bradford had a lot of this ball this half. Now they're trying to come down the middle. Fairbank bounced down. Betts coming in, but they're having trouble holding these big forwards. Noble coming over for the play of the ball onto Barnett. Barnett moving it across. Hobbs keeping it moving, doing well to get shut of the ball. To Medley, Medley coming through. Bell hangs on to him, arms locked round him so he can't get it going. Caudle coming to act in half-back. And Wigan waiting for them. 5 tackles gone, says the referee, as Caudle comes in from the wing to act in half-back. Hobbs moving it across, and a kick behind the Wigan defence, well taken by Hampson. Referee says play on, as Hampson does well bringing it away, but eventually has to succumb to numbers. Wigan coming away now from behind the play the ball up to the 25 line. Wigan all on the left-hand side of the field. As Lucas says, I'll play him on my own. Batters his way out. On to Betts. Betts coming straight. Dermot. Edwards doing the run round the other side. Straight, no, he has his ankles tapped. He was almost through. A lot of booing and oohing from the crowd. That's 5 tackles gone. It comes to Gregory. Gregory kicks it. A long rolling ball to the corner. Pushing them back. A good tactical kick. But Wigan not following it up as fast as one feels they should. But Bell is up there to put them down. Bell with Iro. Did enough. And it's Iro who's in. Wigan a bit slow following up that kick. They've had to do a lot of defending in this half. One wonders how much that's taken out of them. Betts coming in as Bradford try to force the way up to the 25. Coming through from acting half-back, and Wigan waiting for them, letting them gain valuable yards of territory. Pendlebury from behind the play of the ball. And they're being allowed to offload the ball as Lucas comes in with Hanley. 5 tackles gone. Charge down, referee shouting play on. Wigan have had no luck with a couple of charge down. Comes out to the wing. Joe Lydon takes his man well over on the far side, and the referee has spotted a knock-on in the tackle, so it will be a scrum down. 5 yards inside the northern half. About 4 minutes to go to half-time. Score still level at 2 points each. Wigan missed. Iro doing the dummy run. Still going. Flatten and there's been a change in the format. Dermot going through well. Hobbs has moved into the second row, and Fairbank is playing at loose forward at the moment. Do the run around, there's a gap as Betts goes stirring through, and he couldn't get it out as John Pendlebury came in well to take him. Hanley waiting for the play of the ball, having a run from half back. causing a lot of trouble, still on his feet, looking for support, gets it onto Platt, Platt belting down the line, and he's held 6 yards out. Wigan turning it on now as they come up to the last tackle. A long one going across field, little grubber kick through, and it's well covered. Northern will be glad to take that as Wigan threw everything except the kitchen sink at them. And now Northern back on their own line. Wigan going in quickly, Scarrett coming in hard. Lucas. Wigan trying to pin them down there as we come into these dying minutes of the first half. Dermot going in. Forward driving in, and Dermot's there again. 5 tackles gone. Now what are Northern going to do? And it's been dropped! And the knock on the last tackle, so it should be Wigan's play the ball. Referee signalling, play the ball to Wigan. Gregory waiting half back. Long one, Edwards moving it across onto Bell. Bell holding it, trying to go through, and he's well tackled. Wigan was going to fight, they're not getting back into position awfully quickly as Iro makes one of his power runs, moving across the field. Wigan not lined out, they turn it, moving it out the wing, can he get it to Lydon? Still going on the 25 line, and they drive over the 25. Wigan now turning it on as it comes across out towards the left wing. Edwards trying to make a break, his legs are taken from under him. Wigan giving it all in. Hanley decides he's going to take charge, moving it across. Wigan have the front, a long one, line taking it, turns it inside. Wigan keeping it moving. And that ball must have been red hot the way they were handling it. They still couldn't put it down over the line. And they dive and they're in. Wigan are in. Well, Wigan have fought hard for that Dermot try. They've worked for the ball about, and right in the last minute of this half, Wigan get the first try, and for the first time in this game, take the lead. Wigan 6, Bradford 2. Well, that's to the great delight of the Wigan team. Wigan whipped that ball about all over the place. Openings appeared, and miraculously Northern seemed to close them. There was a long, long high ball out to Lydon. He did well to take it, turned it back inside, and Dermot managed with his strength to force his way over in the 40th minute of this first half. Gottica inside the 25, halfway in from the touchline. Wigan needing all these points. Lifts it high and through! And a goal to Gottica. Wigan will be glad of that. 8 points to 2. And there goes the hooter at the end of a desperately hard-fought third round cup tie. Wigan 8, Northern 2 as they go in for the interval. Points to 2 then, as John Holdsworth waves us on. And Wigan to kick down towards the Kop. Long, low, hard, trapped. Wigan moving up, they'll want to pin them down there. But once again, it's Northern with possession. Tearing forward, trying to clear the 25 line. They've put a good performance on this afternoon. Noble running cross field. Can stand and wait for him. Not a lot of drive from Noble. Flung back. Botica's back. Takes it cleanly. Botica coming midfield. Can't get his pass in. Hampson's there to support him for the play of the ball. Hampson, who's had a good running game this afternoon. Dermot coming hard away from the play of the ball and gains a good 15 yards of ground. Edwards coming up to set the game going again. Turned inside onto Platt. Platt going hard, and he stands still. And the referee's in. I think he's had a bad injury. He stopped dead in his tracks. Made a tremendous drive there and suddenly stopped dead in his tracks. This could be a bad blow to Wigan if they have to lose Platt, who's played so well. Are we going to have more groin trouble? Referee John Holdsworth in very quickly. And you could see him pull up. Must have been under a tremendous strain. And that's a sad sight. Philip Clark coming on. We have Myers back on the field as Skerritt tries to drive his way through. 5 tackles gone. Andy Gregory, deep one. Going to roll dead. Back to the 25. Now, is this going to upset Wigan's forward play? Not a bad forward, Philip Clark. Got a lot of tackling to do. He's only a young un, captain of the Great Britain under-21s team. Big forward drop. Very reluctant to go down then. And there's a break on. Wigan in a bit of trouble. And the referee right in line with it. Gives the forward pass. John Holdsworth followed the game well there. It's Craig Richards at number 8, proving a handful. Gregory feeds out to Edwards. Edwards on to Iro. Iro going hard. Coming with it, coming inside, taking it a long way before he's eventually put down. Dean Bell waiting for the play of the ball. Botica's coming across into the middle of the field, and it's Philip Clark with his first touch. To Gregory. Gregory holding it, dancing his way, and he's through! Can't get it out, and he had support. He couldn't get shut of it. Philip Clark moving it across to Edwards. Edwards on to Hanley. Hanley knocks off one, being taken from behind round the scruff of the neck, and he's still going, and he's having his head pulled off. Dermot going from behind to play the ball, couple of yards gain. The referee signalling that's the last tackle, and the high ball is hoisted. Ball's knocked back to Edwards. Edwards keeping it going. Wigan going for the line. Can they get it out? Not to Botica. He must score in the corner. Referee gives it. Well, up high, up and under of Hampson has paid rich dividends. When it came down, Hampson was there to knock it back to Edwards. Edwards got the line moving, and some great finishing by Botica. Went over in the corner. Wigan 10 points in front then. That's what they needed, an early score in this half. Now they've got a 10-point lead, and Botica with a very long kick to take. Can only be inches in from the touchline and right on the 25 line. Trying to convert after his own try. He's right back to the boards. Not got a lot of run up, not a lot of yardage to move. He makes his approach. He's lifted it high, and the crowd are cheering. And it's over! A fantastic goal by Botica. right from the touchline. And the crowd blew that one over. As soon as he struck it, the ones who were right behind him, they couldn't probably have seen the angle, and they started to roar, and it crept over, but it's still 2 points. Wigan 14, Northern 2. John Pendlebury. Wigan playing it safe, leaving it to the big men. Do the graft. Rain starting to come down, going to make handling rather more difficult. Dermot, a short one. No, he didn't give it. Sold a dummy, made a little dart. And a penalty to Wigan. Pence in the tattle. Not happy with John Harmon there. An elbow went in onto Dermot while he's on the deck. And that's a good kick. Safe and sure. And Dermot comes up to the halfway line. Skerritt with him. Skerritt shifting them. Dermot onto Lucas. Lucas trying to put his shoulder in. Wigan playing it very steady at the moment. It comes to Hanley. Hanley having to change direction. Smothered. There were 3 of them keeping a close eye there on Ellery Hanley. Dermot now. Onto Clark. Clark making his ground. A good run by Philip Clark. Gregory and Menace onto Edwards. Edwards taking man and ball. 5 tackles gone as Ellery Hanley comes up to acting half-back. Gregory on his right. Gives it to Gregory. Gregory going down the middle. Puts a grubber tuck in. Referee says play on. Reckoning that Gregory took a dive. Wigan rush up quickly to take the full back. Gregory playing for an obstruction, which he didn't get. Wigan going turning in, none too happy, I don't think, with that. I think they thought they were entitled to an obstruction. And Philip Clark doing a lot of work, going in, tackling. His young legs are fresh. Wigan turning in like tigers, hunting as a pack, without Platt at the moment. And they're hurling these Bradford forwards down to the ground as they bury them in the 5th tattle. There's the kick behind, straight to Boddicker, takes it well. Boddicker having a midfield run, and a good run by Boddicker. Not put a foot wrong all afternoon. Had a good game as Boddicker so far. Edwards, little kick, trying to duck under tattles. And he's bounced, he's thumped, clobbered in the tattle, touch judges on. And it looks like marching orders. Well, that was a stupid thing for John Pendlebury to do. The tattle had been completed, and now Wigan with a penalty right in front of the post. John Pendlebury very, very silly there. Temper taking over, giving away a penalty just outside the 25. Frustration perhaps creeping into the players' emotions. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Boddicker, fairly straight kick, just outside the 25. Slightly to the right of the post. Stabs at it, lifts it high and through. And Wigan now seeing the semi-final in front of them. A little bit of Stanley Matthews. Must be a lot of confidence now in the Wigan side. It's their 14 points lead, 16 points to 2. Wigan turning it on. Dermot, there's a gap. Wigan are through it, turning down. He's got Hanley on his right. He's gone the other way to Edwards. Edwards with a chase for the line. He has Hanley with him. Onto Hanley, and Hanley of all people not. Well, that was unfortunate. Feel that Lucas might have taken the wrong option. When he had Hanley on his outside, he decided to turn it inside to Edwards, and Edwards got caught trying to get it to Hanley. Hanley couldn't take it, and that was a let-off. That could have been, that was a real nail in the coffin one if it'd gone the right way, and that was a tremendous break between Dermot and the ball's loose, and Wigan get it onto Iro. Iro going down the middle, taking them with him. He's so strong. And a mauling going on in the Tattle. Hanley behind the play, the ball onto Lucas, who just made such a wonderful run. Referee one trying to get Northern further back as it goes out to Gregory. Gregory onto Edwards. Back to a long ball, and Wigan drop the ball. Referee's giving the knock on. Crowd don't think so. They're not happy with that. Northern now without the scrum half. They still get the ball. Turn back inside, and that's a good move. And they're still going. That's good play by Northern. They split Wigan open. Plenty, and the ball's been dropped. Ball's loose, and Wigan dive on it. Wigan have got possession. Coming round onto Iro. Iro holding it. Onto Myers. Myers being taken. Clark turning it inside. Edwards a long high ball. Onto Betts. Betts going to go down the middle. And he snatched out of the air. Clean tackle, but upended. Dermot now. Onto Edwards. Edwards a long one. Wigan coming back inside. And Bell hangs onto it. Bell taking it up to the 25 line. Wanting to get up quickly, and he's being held. Comes on to Hanley. Hanley holding it, moving it across. Wigan get out of the tackle. Beck going along the 29 onto Hanley, and Hanley's not onto Iro. And Iro missed a volley of a pass. He's not happy with that. Doesn't look completely fit this afternoon, playing hard, but missed the sitter of a pass there. Pass was all right, he couldn't take it. Northern back in their own 25, and now they're back to the pedestrian stuff of the grafting forwards. Northern, of course, a man short at the moment. Ran behind his own play, and he's got away with it as it goes out to Caudle. Wigan defence goes across. The kick through is there, and Hampson's there. Takes it cleanly, beats Caudle beautifully. Comes inside, and he's well tackled low and hard. Wigan now trying to turn defence into attack. Not coming back quite as sprightly as one would hope for. Coming to Greg. No, it's a dummy from behind the play the ball. A bit of a wasted tackle, but Wigan now got themselves sorted out. Gregory standing in the first pass position. It's to Gregory it goes. Working it with Bell. Bell onto, getting it onto Hanley. Hanley's shrugging them off. He's taking them with him. Showing great strength and power. Gets it still going. Onto Edwards. Edwards dancing his way. Wigan turning down the field. Betts going for the line. Has he got the speed? And he's put down 10 yards out. He gets up again. And he's buried again 5 yards from the line. Referee screaming for them to get off him. Wigan 5 yards from the line. A bit of bother going on the ground here, but referee not seen it as it switched inside. Wigan trying to batter the way over. A held inches from the line. The flack eye's over, and Wigan now in a high and a good attacking position. Round the narrow side. Botica. Touch shots, its flag is up. Back to the 25. Referee not allowing it. Wigan almost in again at the corner. But all the attacking now is really coming from Wigan as we come up to the 16th minute in the second half. Iro going in with Myers. Stand-off half, Barnett's gone to acting half-back. Northern still giving it all they've got, and Wigan moving up. Garrett making sure the ball's not moved out. Here comes a kick behind the defence. Botica having to retreat. It's a good long kick by Hobbs. Finds Touch. Touchwood's going to mark it right on the Wigan 25. Gregory to feed. He should get it out. Been a hard, tough release. Taking a lot out of these forwards. Gregory has it. Onto Botica, can't take it cleanly. It was a bad pass from the scrum. Botica can't take it. So Wigan lose the advantage and they're under pressure now. 10 yards out from their own line. Northern feed. Back to Ealing. And the referee going to penalise Wigan for offside. Northern going to take the tap penalty. Now they decide to bang it into Touch. Going to try and crash the way over. Wigan, they wanted to keep the line intact. Only 2 points against them in this game, and Wigan come out quickly. Once again we have a forward battering his way over, and Wigan come out and they're smothering the acting half-back. A lot of determination in this Wigan defence. Now it's sped a bad one. Wigan have kicked it through, so we should be back to one. Referee not giving it. Northern in a better position here, little more room to move. Indecision, grave indecision there. 5 tackles gone. Little bit of the impetus gone. Long one trying to stretch Wigan out onto the wing. Coming inside, good running by the centre. Going to be the turnover. Wigan caught them in the last tackle. Now it's going to be Wigan who are going to have to battle the way out from 10 yards out from their own line. Bit of a war of attrition between these backs. And Pendlebury's back on the field after his sin bin. And Wigan being flung down, so Northern now back to full strength. Coming in hard, referee signals it was around the chest battle. There's a lot of booing, and there's the kick behind the defence, coming straight to the fullback. Takes it well. Simpson at fullback doing a dummy one. He's a big strong lad and he's cut in two with a good hard tackle. But it's Northern once again in possession. Go round the narrow side. There's only one man out on that right. There's nobody at all out on the right wing now as Caudle came inside. They're all lined out on the left wing as they move the ball across rather labouredly. Passes in, well taken as it comes out to the wingman, and Myers has no trouble at all, banging him over the touchline. Gums with not a lot of chance there. The ball being moved out the left wing. Again back inside their own 25. Referee lets it go as he brings Myers inside. Myers dumbing, trying to come through. Hanley gone across very quickly to acting half-back. Hanley moving it across the field. Edwards a long one near his own line. Out to Botica. Botica dumbing, coming inside. Has to dive with it on the 25 line. Plays it back to Bell. Bell a short one. Wigan forwards, grafting away. Long one, little overhead kick. Referee says play on, no obstruction. Wigan follow it up. Gregory a little bit disappointed that his ploy hasn't come off. Wigan player down, injured. Northern, bit of the sting gone out of Northern. He had well to hang on to that as he juggled with it. The gap appeared in the Wigan defence, but he had to juggle with the ball. Slowed him down just that fraction. Pendlebury a short one, and Hanley's in. Pendlebury caught in possession, managed to hang on to the ball. Hanley saying it's mine. We're in it is Hanley's. Pendlebury won't be happy with that. Game a bit bogged down a bit at the moment among the forwards. Slumping a little bit, of course. Wigan now with this big lead. Now they're trying to bring it down the centre. 5 tackles gone. Wigan lining up for the kick. Who's going to take it? Betts moves out of the way so that Gregory can have a go. Rolling into the 25. Full-back should have this covered. He takes it well. Simpson running crossfield. Edwards is up there. And Hanley. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. Guns coming in from the wing. Northern not showing us the skills that they did early on in the game. Perhaps the stamina been taken out of them and the amount of tackling that and the way that Wigan have tackled them. Wigan have been going in very, very hard into the tackle. Northern had a lot of the ball, but Wigan have been knocking them down with ferocity. 5 tackles gone. Charge down. This time Wigan have got possession. Last 2 occasions it's gone back to Northern. We had to have that as Gregory, a long one out to Hanley. Hanley holding it. Hampson going through the gap. And gets it out. Up to Edwards. Edwards sidesteps inside. And he snatched out of the air from behind. But that was good play between Hampson and Edwards. Wigan now moving across the field. Botica's come inside. On to Gregory. Gregory doubling with it. Gregory going for the line. And he's in. Cheeky fellow. He dummied and he dummied and he dummied and they kept buying it. And he went over into the corner. Wigan now 20 points. Well, that had been well set up by a great run between Hampson and Edwards. And somehow Botica had got into the middle of the field to join in and he'd get the ball moving well. And it was Gregory. 25 minutes gone in the second half. He'll be very pleased with that. And both the Bradford substitutes are coming on. Both Marchant and Croft probably going to be given the game. Well, 15 minutes away from going into the hat tomorrow night at 5 to 7. And Northern bring on both the substitutes. Marchant and Croft coming on for this final quarter of an hour. Philip Clark getting into the game. Dermot waiting. Dermot holding it. On to Betts. Betts taking man and ball. Hobbs coming in with Furbank. Edwards now puts a little overhead kick and he's at the first up there. Fly kicks at it. Hanley's with him. Full back goes. Picks it up well. And Edwards is right on top of him to maul him on the 25 line. And penalised for lying on. Not happy, Sean Edwards. Followed that up well. Lovely little grubber kick. Hacked it on. Simpson took it well at full back. Hanley was up with Edwards. And the referee said they were lying on, and that's a good kick up to the halfway line. So Northern with possession. Croft on his first touch of the ball. Wigan holding them at the moment, holding them fairly comfortably. Wigan just now moving up to take them, meeting them head on. Croft again, getting into the game, wanted to have a go. John Pendlebury dumbing at a short pass, get him killed. Now a bit of an infirmary pass that from John Pendlebury. Marchant, grubber kick there, it's loose. Referee says back to 1. Wigan can't get possession from it. Wigan coming in quickly. On to Croft. Croft trying to come down the middle. Wigan down him inside the 25. I would think matter of pride for Wigan to keep the line intact. John Pendlebury turning and twisting, turning it back inside. Onto McGowan, can't get anywhere. They're still plugging away at the Wigan line. And they've lost it. Wigan snatch it up quickly. And suddenly Marchant comes up with the ball. When it looks as if Wigan have got it back, the referee says it's back to 1. 10 yards out from the Wigan line. Now it's Northern's chance to get some points on the board. Lobbed overhead and Wigan are in quickly. Iro moving up into their line now, trying to block them, and a penalty for lying on. They're going to take the tap, they're going to go for the try. Whipped inside. Wigan still can't get the ball. And knocked it back to Northern, right on the line. Wigan coming out quickly like greyhounds out of the trap. Well, it's been a bit of a comedy of errors this last 2-3 minutes. Northern trying it, decided they can crack the Wigan defence down the middle. Marchant is up there now, he's decided he's going to go out into the centre position. Hanley going in, the ball's whipped back, there's an overlap on the wing. Wigan covering across. And they hold him and he's forced into touch, his gums. Referee giving the scrum down. Gums forced into touch. A yard or so from the line. And Wigan making the substitution. Myers coming off. Joe Lyne coming on, and Joe Lyne's got the touch of the ball, trying to drive his way through. Gregory from acting half-back, dancing his way through, gets it in, the break's on. Has Iro got the legs now? He's steaming up the 25. Fullback's after him. He's still going. And he's over. He's scrum down. On 5 yards from the line. Once again, the craft and the guile and the expertise of Andy Gregory set it up for Kevin Iro, who had a long distance sprint there. That must have taken a lot out of him, but that was a great try from a 5-yard scrum in the Wigan right-hand corner. They have scored down at the top end, in the Northern right-hand corner. 32 minutes gone. A fantastic long distance try by Kevin Iro. I've been saying that I thought Iro might not be completely fit. He's very heavily strapped up. Been off for some time. But they couldn't get near him. He left them for dead as he went over 5 yards in from the corner. Once again, it's on the 25 line. Votica kicking down to the top end of the ground. Stabs at it. And the crowd is shouting yes, and it is yes, and he bangs another one over. Wigan 26, Northern 2, and this is turning into a rout. After all these close encounters, Wigan certainly rubbing it in now. Andy Gregory, who's had a great game. Northern still tackling fiercely, and they've won the ball. Referee's going to give a knock on. 3 forwards, round Betts. He didn't have a lot of chance. Ball dropped from his hands. Referee giving the knock on. John Pendlebury comes round. John Pendlebury feeds. Taps it back. Barnett's knocked on. Tiredness probably creeping in. Weariness. Been a stamina sapping game. Probably taken a lot out of him. As if tackled and chased. and have nothing to show for it. Backs wheeling as Gregory feeds. Gregory onto Edwards, onto Iroad, come in. Iroad dummying, still going through, knocking them off, out to Boddicker. Boddicker faced with the defence. Takes the ball safely enough to retain possession for Wigan. Wigan driving the way up almost to the halfway line. Gregory on the right. Hanley very, very close, and he's not getting up. Hurt in the tackle. And the Wigan spectators chanting away, probably looking for a coach, wondering who they're going to go down to Wembley with, as Hanley decides he'll play the ball. Time waved away as it comes out to Gregory. Gregory, a long switch of direction, and Wigan having to come back inside, and they've lost a bit of ground now. And that's fast tackling. Wigan caught, Lucas caught behind the play of the ball. Now we've got Dermot in the fray. Nearly got Skerritt in a bit of trouble there. Skerritt was coming through for a short one. 5 tackles gone. Who's going to do the kicking? Joe Lydon's gone right into the middle of the field at the back, and it's flung back to him on the 25 line. Joe hoists a very high one. Wigan going back the 10 yards, and he's up there, and he takes it, and he knocks it back. Philip Clark going through, that was well followed by Joe Lydon. Moves it inside to Gregory. Gregory moving it across. Wigan going to get caught in that. Ball's been dropped, and referee says play on. It's Northern's ball. Wigan were on the last tackle. He's fought, still following each other up. Crowd yelling for a forward pass, but John Holdfast been keeping up with the game very well. Driving in towards the Wigan line. Lydon taking his man in the cover comes over. Skerritt did well to cover across. Puts his man down on the 25 line. Inside to Marchant. Marchant handing it on. Wigan sticking to the task. Lucas looks as if he'd hurt his shoulder in that tackle. Northern now doing the run around. Wigan having a nice slip pass there. Wigan in a lot of trouble. And Hansen throws his man down, knocks the ball out of his hands. So Wigan have it, 10 yards out. And Wigan struggling to bring it away. About 3 minutes of normal time to go. Wigan with this third round game safely in the bag. Probably wanting to play out time without any injuries. Got a hard game coming on Wednesday. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. They have to take on Hull on Wednesday. Gregory saving his forwards, the Graf. Belts it down the field. Gums. Solid line of cherry and white jerseys, all in the right place to hold them. Couple of yards inside the Wigan half. Fairbank from behind the play the wall. Jumming, trying to force his way through. Managed to get his pass in. Wigan are up quickly. Philip Clark eager for work. A little bit of battling going on with Lydon. Here's a break coming on, and he's well taken by Hampson. Stops him dead in his tracks. Northern now trying to get some points on the board, send a long one out, and Iro's in for a lovely tackle. Hanley's in for a lovely tackle. Takes his man cleanly and downs him. Hobbs, a long wide pass out. There's a big overlap on that when the kick was in. Boddicker going back for it, takes it well. Falls as he gets the ball, so Wigan back 10 yards from their own line, but in possession. Northern been camped for quite some time now inside the Wigan 25, but not managed to get anything on the board. Wigan playing it safe in the forwards. Long ball on to Hanley, Hanley's taken, whips it back inside. The dummy. Wigan can't get the ball moving. Lydon hoping to get a run, I think. Now it's that Hanley kicking it downfield. Marchant turns it inside. Into corner. Call going well for the corner. And Wigan take him and force him into touch. About a half a minute to go of normal time as the players wend their way wearily back to 10 yards from the Wigan try line. Referee holding them up as Gregory comes over to Wigan's feed. Out to Gregory, Gregory holding it, he has Hanley with him, Hanley coming down the middle, Hanley's through, knocking them off, Hanley still going, has support inside, gets it out, up to Bell, he's got Lydon with him, Bell and Arlo, Bell going for the corner, and Bell's going to score! A last minute try to Wigan, scored by Bell, after a great break by that man, Ellery Hanley. And Wigan rubbing the noses in it now. And there were a swarm of Wiganers waiting to get the final pass. But it was Bell who got it. And Bell who goes over in the corner to make it now Wigan 30. Northern 2. Another long distance try for Wigan. Strength and speed and power in the middle. Well, we nearly all thought that this would be a close tower encounter, but it's turned out that we've had a feast of football, a riot of tries, and good flashing football, and Northern must also be given credit for what has turned out to be a very entertaining third round game. Third round games are usually death, they're so hard, people fighting to get into the semi-final with just one more step to Wembley, but Wigan are letting the rest of the league know that they're going to try and hang on, and it's another great goal that Wigan are fully determined to hang on to the Challenge Cup as they go 30 points ahead. Wigan 32, Northern 2, as we go into injury time. And there goes the hooter. Great roar of delight from the Wigan spectators who see the Twin Towers coming ever nearer, and that has been a fantastic win for Wigan. They had a great win at Castleford with some wonderful football. They ran riot at Rochdale with 70 odd points, and now against Bradford, whom we thought would have given us a game, Wigan going to the semi-final, winners by 32 points to 2, saluting their spectators. After what has been a great performance, the players must obviously be delighted with what's happened. The spectators must be delighted with what they've seen. And I'm sure that John Mooney will leave Central Park tonight a very happy man. It's a great pleasure to have with us this afternoon Andy Gregory, who deservedly got the Man of the Match award. Now, Andy, if I had asked you at 2 o'clock how the game would go, would you have predicted that we would have had a game like that?
No, I wouldn't. Quarter-final of the Challenge Cup are not normally like that, especially against Bradford. They've already been here this year once and beat us in the Regal Trophy. They beat us up at Bradford. You know, the first half was a typical, cup tie. Bradford came, they tackled really well. I think they tried just on half-time by Martin Dermott, edged the game a bit our way, and we proved in the second half that, we can score tries from all over the field.
Well, I think nearly all the Wigan spectators expected it would be very dour and very close and very tough. Is it through the training, or is it just that Wigan are really on song at the moment that you played such fantastic football?
Yeah, I think we've trained really well for this game. John, he's put us through our moves. We was expecting, the first half was physical, they got stuck in. But we managed, like I said, Martin scored the try, and we scored a couple, just after the break, which, edged the game our way. But full credit to Bradford, they never gave up. But I think on the day, Wigan, I think we thoroughly deserved the win.
Everyone seemed to be highly delighted at the end of the game, and it was great to see you go round the ground to the spectators. Are they really a great help to you on an occasion like this?
Yeah. I remember, up at Castleford when we had that, the first round of the Challenge Cup, when I think it was a Tuesday night or something. And as we run out, we went out to warm up, and as we came in, we said, there's a lot of people. It's a terrible night, the snow going over the Pennines and everything weren't the ideal conditions for rugby. And we said, look, they've come all this way, they put the time out, let's go out and put a really good performance in. So it was like today, it was, as we went out, with the crowd got behind us, and it certainly does lift you. And
now you must be looking to 5 to 7 tomorrow night. Widnes, St Helens or Oldham? Are you bothered?
I'm not really, it's the semi-final, there's only 4 teams. Obviously there's 4 good teams in it. I know who I'd like to get, but I'm not going to say it on TV, but whoever we play is going to be hard. Hopefully we can keep the good form going. It's not just a cup, we've got to concentrate now on the league. We won the league last year, we did the double, and hopefully we can repeat it this year.
Well, thank you very much. And now we return to the bread and butter game on Wednesday night when we take on Hull for the League Championship. We look forward to the draw on Monday night, and after a great game this afternoon, we say farewell to you from a very happy Central Park.